Alright, here's our lab. And this is Bonnie.
Now let's continue about these W413 models, WVTR instruments. Just like I introduced before, I hope you can hear me clearly, and now I will repeat again. This is our 3 chambers. You can put the samples for these 3 chambers at the same time with same samples. In this time, you can verify the repeatabilities, and then you can put the 3 different samples at the same time for these 3 chambers. Before put these chambers, we need to make sure which side is the test phase. If the customers didn't mention it, then we will default these 2 sides are the same, or the printed sides are the test surface. And then we need to put 30 ml distilled water from here, this middle hole. There is a water cup inside the chambers. And when we put these samples in these chambers, then it will divide the 1 chamber into 2 chambers. The first one we call up chamber. The up chambers will always flow the nitrogens, and we also call it carrier. And the down chamber we always keep at constant humidities, maybe 19 and or 100%. And this one is the humidity probe. It will control the humidities when we testing. And now this one is the touch screen. We can change the language version. This is the Chinese and this is the English. And here is the real-time test situation. This one is the transmittance temperature, humidity, flow, voltage, and sensor temperatures. And this parameter will be set here, process setting. There are 3 patterns, but these 3 patterns with same process temperatures bypass flush chamber A, B, C. We can test these 3 chambers at the same times. This one is the temperature control. When we start the test, the sensor will detect the temperatures. When the temperatures approach to 38 degrees, then it will automatically go into the next process bypass. The time here, we already set the time here. The customer can change it. And a different process will be controlled by different valve here. Now here is the calibration. We will calibrate for these 3 chambers. Use the standard film. This one is the baseline. Baseline means the 0 value for the sensor. So the baseline is very important for our instrument. When the customer receives this instrument, before testing their own samples, they must run baseline first. When the baseline, the voltage curve and the result is good enough, then they can continue to test their own samples. These two 1.8 and 4.4 is our standard field result. So when the customers confused about their result, then they can use our standard field to test, to verify the result. If the 1.8 standard field is correct, the result is correct, then that means the result is no problem of their own samples. Here is the device debug. This device debug, the customers can through this valve to check the valve working situation. And if they want to connect with the PC, they can through this valve to check the connection successful or not. Here is the PID. If the customers want to test other conditions, test conditions, maybe the 15 temperature or the 100% humidity, then they can change here, change the parameter here. Okay, and here is the report. Here is the report. When the test is finished, it will record here. It will record here automatically. Then we can double click here and change the report name. Before query, we can check here, and you can double click this name to hide the curve which you don't want to check. Okay, and here is the tracking, log tracking and the test tracking. Means you can through this tracking to check which step is wrong and which step is correct. Here is the test interface. Here is the test status. Here is the test status. It will tell you the experiment stop. Then you can open the cover. If the test status in the testing, then you can open the cover by manually. Okay, now I will show you the real bag. This one, real cover, and this one is the nitrogen interface. We will, this steel pipe will equipped with our instrument. Yes, we will send this steel pipe along with the instrument, and this two pipe is the air compressors air interface. This one is to control the cover, and this one is to control the humidity. When the instrument in the standby, then the humidity it will control by this interface. And these three regulator, we will lock it when we send out. The customer do not touch it because these three regulator is control the humidity. If the humidity is incorrect, then will affect the result. These two interface, this one is to connect with the computer, and the next one is debug interface. It will use for our factories. This one is to connect with the internet, and these two USB. This one is the power supplier. That's it.
Okay, peace.
This one is our nitrogen gas. The requirement for this gas, we require to 99.999% because the humidity of our gas is very important. If the gas is not purity enough, it will affect the result. Okay, and for our WVTR, it only needs nitrogen, but the OTR we need nitrogen and oxygen, both gas. Yeah. And the output pressures for our both gas is the 1 bar. Only 1 bar is enough.